Namaste, and once again welcome back to another session of online mathematics class. In this session we shall discuss the topic angle sum property of a triangle. We all know the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. In earlier classes you have studied through activities that the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. We can prove this statement using the axioms and theorems related to parallel lines. Here theorem number 6.7, the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So in order to prove this theorem, consider one triangle. We can draw one triangle ABC. Mark the angles as 1, 2 and 3. Now we can draw a line through A parallel to BC. So we can say draw PQ parallel to BC through the point A. Okay. Then write it as the construction. Draw PQ parallel to BC through A. And here we can mark the angles as angle 4 and angle 5. Since PQ is parallel to BC, here we got a pair of alternate interior angles. Angle 4 and angle 2 are equal, they are alternate interior angles. Angle 3 and angle 5 are equal, they are also alternate interior angles. Okay, that we can write here. Angle 4 is equal to angle 2. And angle 5 is equal to angle 3. From the figure itself, it is clear that PAQ is a line. PAQ is a line, and we know the straight angle measures 180 degree. So what we can write? Angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5 gives how much? 180 degrees. Okay. So from the figure, we can write angle 4 plus angle 1 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degrees. Now we can replace angle 4 by angle 2. So angle 2 plus angle 1 plus and angle 5 by angle 3. Angle 3 which gives 180 degree, that is angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. Here angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3 are interior angles of triangle ABC. So what we can conclude? Sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Hence the theorem. Therefore, the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Understood? Now we move on to theorem 6.8. If a side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. So it can be considered as exterior angle property. You all are familiar with this property. We have studied in our classes. Okay. So you can draw a triangle. And if one side is produced means if we extend one side, here ABC is the triangle and we extend the side BC. Okay. Here we got one exterior angle, namely ACD. Here it is the exterior angle. We can mark the angle as angle 1, here angle 2. And here angle 3, and this exterior angle we can mark it as angle X. Okay. Now we can write 3 plus X is equal to 180 degree because these two are what? Linear pair of angles. Okay. So angle 3 plus X is equal to 180 degree. And we know angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 equal to 180 degree. That means angle sum property. Okay. Now we can combine these two steps. In the first case, the RHS part is 180 degrees. Second case also, RHS is what? 180 degree. So we can write angle 3 plus x is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3. Angle 3 and angle 3 we can cancel. Therefore x is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. Here x is an exterior angle and angle 1 and angle 2 are the interior opposite angles. Okay, the interior angle that are opposite to angle x. That is given in the statement. If a side of a triangle is produced, then the exterior angle so formed is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angle. For example, if a question is given like that, here one measure is 30 degree, here 70 degree, then this angle will be equal to 30 plus 70, which gives 100 degree. Okay, so this is the theorem. Understood? Now we move on to exercise 6.3. Here the first question is, in figure sides QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced to point S and T respectively. If angle SPR equal to 135 degree and angle PQT equal to 110 degree, find angle PRQ. Here this angle PRQ we have to find out. Okay. So from the figure it is clear that angle PQT and angle PQR are linear pair of angles. And here also we get one linear pair. SPR and QPR. That values we can find it out. So given angle SPR equal to 135 degree, from this we can write angle QPR, this one. Angle QPR is equal to 180 minus 135, which is equal to 45 degree. So here the measure is 45 degree. Now we can find angle PQR. We are given angle PQT. So given angle PQT is equal to 110 degree. From this we can write angle PQR is equal to 180 minus 110, which gives 70 degree. Okay. Now to find angle PRQ, we can apply angle sum property. So angle PRQ is equal to 180 minus sum of other two angles, that is 45 plus 70, which is equal to 180 minus 115 degree, which gives what? 65 degrees. So our final answer is 65 degree. Angle PRQ is of measure 65 degrees. Clear? Here the second question is, in figure angle X is equal to 62 degree, angle XY Z is equal to 54 degree. If YO and ZO are the bisectors of angle XYZ and angle XZY respectively of triangle XYZ, find angle OZY and YOZ. So first we can find angle XZY. Angle XZY is equal to 180 minus angle X plus angle XYZ. These are the three angles of triangle XYZ. So the sum of these three angles will be equal to 180 degree. So 180 minus 62 plus 54. That is 180 minus 160, which gives 64 degree. So angle XZY is equal to 64 degree. This total angle measure is equal to 64 degree. Here YO is the bisector of angle XYZ. So OYZ. Angle OYZ is the half of 54, which gives 27 degrees. And ZO is the bisector of angle XZY. So this much angle will be the half of 64. So here we can write 32 degree. Okay. That is angle OYZ is equal to half of 54, which gives 27 degrees, and angle OZY, which is equal to half of 64, which gives 32 degrees. So first one is over angle OZY. Your angle OZY is equal to 32. The next one is angle YOZ. Angle YOZ. Here in the small triangle OYZ, we can apply angle sum property. So angle YOZ is equal to 180 minus sum of other two angles, that is 27 plus 32, which is equal to 180 minus 27 plus 32, that is 59, and which is equal to 121 degrees. So angle YOZ is equal to 121 degrees. Clear? Now we move on to question number 3. In figure AB parallel to DE, angle BAC equal to 35 degree, angle CD equal to 53 degree. Find angle DCE. Okay, this angle measure we have to find out. Since AB and DE are parallel, we can say angle BAC and angle DEC or CED are alternate integer angles. Here 35 degree, so here also we can write 35 degree. Okay, alternate integer angles. When two lines are intersected by a transversal, then each pair of alternate integer angles are equal. So here BAC and CED are alternate integer angle, and hence they are equal. So we can write, since AB parallel to DE, angle CED equal to angle BAC, which is equal to 35 degree. Reason, alternate interior angles. Now we can find angle DCE using angle sum property. So angle DCE equal to 180 minus 53 plus 35. So 180 minus 88, which gives 92 degree. Therefore angle DCE equal to 92 degree. Okay. Now the next question is, in figure, if lines PQ and RS intersect at the point T, such that angle PRT 40 degree, RPT 95 degree, TSQ 75 degree. Find angle SQT. Okay, this angle we have to find out. First we can find angle PTR using angle sum property in the first triangle. So in triangle PRT, angle PTR equal to 180 minus sum of other two angles. Here it is 95 and 40, 95 plus 40. That is 180 minus 135, which gives 45 degree. So here 45 degree. Now from the figure it is clear that these two angles are vertically opposite angle. So angle STQ is also equal to 45 degree. Therefore angle STQ is equal to angle PTR, which gives 45 degree, vertically opposite angles. Now we can find angle SQT from the second triangle using angle sum property. So we can write, in triangle TQS, angle SQT is equal to 180 minus 45 plus 75, which is equal to 180 minus 120, which is equal to 60 degree. So the final answer is angle SQT is equal to 60 degree. Clear? Here the next one is, in figure, if PQ is perpendicular to PS and PQ is parallel to SR, angle SQR equal to 28 degrees, angle QRT equal to 65 degrees. Then find the values of X and Y. Okay, here PQ parallel to SR implies what we can write? Angle PQR. Angle PQR equal to angle QRT. Okay, alternate angles. Angle PQR, sum of these two angles. Okay, X plus 28. That is X plus 28 equal to 65, or X is equal to 65 minus 28, which is equal to 37 degree. So here the value of X is 37 degree. Now one more thing is given, PQ perpendicular to PS. PQ is perpendicular to PS. Here angle P is 90 degree. So given PQ perpendicular to PS, which implies angle P is equal to 90 degree. So now in triangle PQS, we know the two angles. One is 90 degree and other one is 37 degree. So in order to find the measure of Y, we can apply angle sum property. Okay. So in triangle PQS, Y is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 37. That is 180 minus 127, which gives 53 degrees. So X equal to 37 and Y is equal to 53 degrees. Clear? Now we move on to the last question in this exercise. In figure, the sides QR of triangle PQR is produced to a point S. If the bisectors of angle PQR and angle PRS meet at a point T, then prove that angle QTR, this one, angle QTR equal to half into angle QPR. Okay, the relation between these two angles we have to prove. First we can take triangle TQR, and here TRS is the exterior angle. Okay, so in triangle TQR, angle TRS is an exterior angle. Therefore we can apply exterior angle property. So angle TRS is equal to the sum of two interior opposite angles. So we take the triangle TQR. So angle TQR plus angle QTR. Angle QTR. We can take it as equation number 1. Now in triangle PQR, PRS is an exterior angle. Okay. So in triangle PQR, angle PRS is an exterior angle. Therefore, angle PRS is equal to, what we can write, angle PQR plus angle QPR. Angle QPR. And here angle PRS, this TR is the angle bisector. So angle PRT and TRS are equal, or we can say the whole angle is the double of any one of the angle. We can take TRS. Okay, so here we can write 2 times angle TRS, which is equal to, similarly we can write PQRS. Here QT is the bisector, so PQR is the double of this one, TQR. So 2 times angle TQR, then plus angle QPR. We can take this term to left side, 2 into angle TRS minus 2 into angle TQR, which is equal to angle QPR. From this we can take on 2 common, 2 into angle TRS minus angle TQR which is equal to angle QPR. From equation 1, TRS minus TQR. Angle TRS minus angle TQR will be equal to what? Angle QTR. So we can write 2 into angle QTR equal to angle QPR using equation 1. Therefore, angle QTR is equal to 1 by 2 into angle QPR. Hence the proof. Angle QTR is equal to half into angle QPR. Okay. So this finishes exercise 6.3 as well as the chapter lines and angles. Thanks for watching. Thank you.